Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, yo, yo. What up, though?
Not too much. Not too much. Same old shit.
Yep. Just another slow summer. Dear winter.
Yeah, super slow, man.
That's how it be, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know how they say back in the day, what up, God? You remember that?
Oh, man. Yeah, them Staten Island niggas, man.
Yeah, like, did they ever do that, like, in the South at all?
What?
The what up, God movement? Like,
I mean, now they be calling each other king. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's basically the back in the day version, kind of upgraded, retrograded, if you will. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's true though. That's what it is sometimes, man.
Yeah, true. What's been new with you?
Nah, man. Just honestly, supposed to be ending up on another like video set tomorrow. More
or movie?
More of a movie set, like. And, you know, just playing the right parts, not acting, but, you know, more of the behind the scenes, not shooting behind the scenes, but behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes is where the money is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we're going with that tomorrow, man. It should be a nice little hour drive early morning. You know what I'm saying? AKA a few hours from now.
Yeah, that drive to Miami ain't nothing nice.
Oh, it's never has been.
It's definitely It's been a hot past couple of days. Like you're definitely
so.
if you're in South Florida, you definitely have the air conditioner on 3 minimum because you're still sweating when it's on 1 and 2.
Facts.
So you got to have your AC on a minimum of 3 just so you're not sweating when you get to wherever the hell you're going. That's how hot it is.
That's real talk. Honestly, at the end of the day, that's what it is, man. It's like
that's how I judge my days. On like, yo, what level of air conditioning I have to blow in the whip?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a 3 or above, it's really hot.
No, I agree because, like I said, it's been a little out of pocket and out of hand with just the way like it's been going for real. Like every time you look in a car, you see a high 80s, low 90s, sometimes like 98. And don't even get me started on what it feels like. Yeah,
the humidity. Yeah, don't let Florida's low temperatures fool you when you see it on the map. The feel like temperature is like 107, 108.
Big time. And that's just what it is, man. These guys, it's just a way of life out down here. You got to sweat it out. But everywhere has been feeling that way too. Like I'm pretty sure Arizona, you know, the West Coast has their heat strokes kicking in per usual. It was
107 in Texas today.
Mm-hmm.
Last 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
It was like 110 in Arizona.
Okay.
So yeah, the heat is definitely...
The heat is on.
Yeah, you can feel the heat in your soul.
All clap your hands.
Yeah, it's rough out there, man. Any nigga that got your bitch waiting at a bus stop right now, dog, you evil.
Man, let me tell you. I mean, you kind of speaking facts right now. That's true though. Like
you an evil nigga, man. Like straight up.
Rough times.
Like I ain't even gonna hold you on that one, fam.
Nah, that's true though. Like honestly, yeah, if you ain't got no AC, you're inside, you're literally committing like mass murders of whoever's in the house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, because that's just wrong. That's just wrong, honestly, man.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So what you been up to other than that, man? I know
watching this summer league. That's the only thing out.
Yeah. You got Chetty, that's Wetty. You know what I'm saying? Mr. 7'2".
Oh, okay, so yeah, I guess him and Paolo didn't play today. But I'm guessing Chet had a great game.
I think he had a double, 16 and 11.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not a bad game. He had a couple blocks too. I want to say about 2 to 3 blocks. So, and honestly, you know what? Just the way he moves is really where the advantage is at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's.
A lot of people have been saying they see Dirk. Not yet.
Dirk is a strong one, but I guess I could maybe see that.
A pretty strong one. I don't see that out of him. Not yet. He's got to fill out a little bit more. Like, whew.
Pause.
But he's doing pretty good. Yeah, pause. Definitely a pause one. I feel real nasty about that one.
That was disgusting.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? But no, for real though, like all seriousness though, like Dirk is a really good player, and Chet honestly has like a lot of motivation and a lot of inspiration from him. You could just tell, right? I'm not saying as much as like Chris Dabbs has and doing, trying to buddy up with them, but just as far as like similarities, games, comparableness, I really think that they're really in the same pocket, in the same the same universe.
Chet got a little bit more ball handling. He's like 3 inches taller than Dirk. I don't know who I see in Chet, but I don't really see Dirk. Like, Chet's game is not Dirk's game at all, to me. But I could be wrong.
No, I see where you're getting at. I mean, all right, when we're talking about Dirk's game, definitely slower. Chet is, I want to say, who is he like? Since he's 7'2", it's hard to kind of say that. So maybe he's more comparable to like. Maybe
he's like a consistent Thon Maker. That's who I consider Chet close to.
I almost want to give him. He doesn't have as much handle, but he doesn't have as much handle. I don't even want to be disrespectful, but he can Lamar Odom his situation. Because Lamar Odom was 6'10". We're talking about passing. Because I've seen him do some decent passes. It's not like all the way there yet, but it's decent passes. He hasn't decided to go flashy passes or anything like that. But like little scoop.
He ain't gone full Jokic yet.
Yeah, he's not doing that, but just where he's placing it on just simple like for 3-pointers and fast break, a little around the back, a little scoop underhand, like I'm sending you a screen, you can run off of it and just pull. He's doing that the Draymond handoff.
Yo, it's crazy to me. Like, speaking of like just breaking down Chet's game, that like big men were forbidden.
Oh yeah. You can't touch that line.
Back in the day, like, you can pass? What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck you doing out
Back
there?
to the basket.
Yeah, straight like Hoosiers shit, bro. Like honestly,
like, dog.
It was straight Hoosiers game and nothing else. Like that's all it was, bro.
And then watching some of these guys come into the league, like, dog, their college coach was severely hampering their game, bro. Which I don't understand. I don't know why college coaches won't make the college game more like the NBA.
Oh well,
I don't get it.
It's because
I'm talking about openness, like all of that stuff, bro.
Some teams do that style because they have the personnel to kind of go with that a little bit more, maybe. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I could maybe throw in the rafters right there real quick.
It's just like, it's like these college coaches are still trying to play 1985 basketball. And that's the shit that's wild to me.
And that's why you clearly see
like, look at Paolo, bruh.
Oh, yeah, facts.
I didn't know Paolo had that much game.
No, that's a fact.
So it makes me wonder, like, why are you going to college, dog, to get stifled?
Yeah, I mean, he needed to because that's the rule for one.
He could have went to one of them other shits.
I think if anything for Paolo, it just put his strength on display because he was a lot stronger than those guys. And it was more NBA ready body. Just place your skill sets, whatever skill sets you want in him to do, he can do. I'm pretty sure with Coach K and all that.
They had this nigga back to the basket damn near every play at Duke, dog. And I'm just sitting here like,
I don't believe.
What is this that I'm watching?
Yeah, I don't believe. Like, okay, now when he has a mismatch, he's already ready for it. That's the one good thing about college. I'll say, hey, you know what? He's already ready for it. But at the same time, the last like players that came from high school, straight out of high school, the Al Jeffersons of the world, Kendrick Perkins, you have KGs, Kobe's, things like that, right? Monte Ellis, guys like that.
Yeah.
Those guys wouldn't deny you right now that coming straight to the league was actually better for him because you have the summer league, you have NBA prime talent every time you're practicing. So every time you're doing that, it just becomes like you're really taking a master class at just learning the game. So that's why it's a real big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think the whole
like I don't see how Jalen Green could have ever been in the NBA. Not the NBA, in college.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
see
yeah.
like he wouldn't have touched the floor. Like for real.
I mean, you could say the same about like maybe an Ant-Man stuff, guys like that. Like once you've seen them come in the league, and it's like, all right, it's kind of obvious that he probably didn't really need that. If anything, it just helped him maybe become a professional before, because you have to talk to some media. You got to talk to a little bit more media. You have media when you're in AAU. I'll tell you that right now. There's already places.
Yeah, there's a million and one different content creators in AAU.
Yeah. There's already places down here where they'll make you go through a media circuit after your AAU game, break down the game. You're talking to other people, really get it, and it's in a live stream. So you're already getting used to that a little bit already. Then you go to college and you're really getting that on a national scale. You're actually seeing it on national TV. You could just flick the channel, go on ESPN, and bam, you're there, right?
Yeah.
So that's like a little, I want to say that's like a little JV version. Well, a little bit less than JV, developmental version of NBA basketball. It's not NBA basketball, but it's NBA light.
Yeah.
You get 30 games, travel around the country. You have some,
WNBA season.
Yeah, it's basically like a WNBA season, right? Low amount of games, some decent competition, some good exposure, and they're going to develop you, but not only to win. They're not really going to develop you for the NBA. Not all programs are made for that. So that's why you see some guys go some places and other guys just say, hey, I'm going to shine here and keep it moving. But yeah, like now you're definitely going to see a lot more people. Even though I think there's going to still be NBA talent coming through, like the college ranks are still going to want people to get there, and they're going to have to put a lot of money in to get the Paulos and stuff like that. But watch the Jalen Greens of the world and those other guys that won't have to touch the NCAA floor coming soon if they keep staying successful and getting rookies of the years or being runner up. I see it coming like tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like big time. So yeah, man. You've been checking out any new music? Anything out as far as like the music game, man?
Not really, bro. Like I really don't know anything too much that's really come out recently. I mean, like I think Dirk dropped a project or recently. I don't know.
Oh no, he might have deluxed it.
He might have deluxed it. Okay,
he might have deluxed that.
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really. I'm not really pressed to catch a lot of this stuff out of the new music that's been dropping recently. It's been a lot of the same. Not gonna lie. Okay.
No, I feel that. So shoot, if anything, let's take it back then.
Hold on. I wanted to talk about something because it's gonna lead into the topic that I was talking to you about earlier, right? So surprisingly, Breezy put out his list, right? But before that, I want to get into some other stuff that we talk about all the time.
You're talking about Chris Breezy, though, right?
Yeah, Breezy.
Okay. Chris Brown.
So, like, I guess NLE Choppa has a running feud with DJ Vlad.
Does he?
Yeah, supposedly.
Oh, you know what? It's over him saying that he can cure, cure COVID with his all natural product. Is that
I didn't read into it, but the other thing I want to read into is Young Bleu is blaming his beef with Jeezy on Vlad also.
You mean Boosie?
Not Boosie, sorry. Young Bleu is blaming his little tiff with Boosie on DJ Vlad as well.
I can tell you the history on that because I actually, in passing, watched the whole thing kind of unfold a little bit.
Yeah, talk about it.
All right,
you know more on the topic than me. I just saw it in passing.
No. The YouTube rabbit hole will have you down a Vlad, Vlad videos.
That's
forever.
a crazy rabbit hole.
Yeah, man.
I don't kind of fuck with Vlad though. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I believe he's necessary for the culture. Just because
I don't though, bro.
I think you need to. I think watching him, you should be able to watch some of the mistakes and learn some of the history that's on there too. The mistakes is not, speaking up on things that you're currently involved with or whatever.
Yeah, but it's like he tries to catch people because he tried to explain it And it's like, well, if they're dumb enough, essentially, he was if they're dumb enough to answer it, like, yo, why are you trying to?
It's not even that they're dumb enough. He actually I've actually heard people say, hey, if I put out something or anything like that, or right after the interview, if you remember, or even anything, and even before I put it out, if you remember anything that you said that you want to cut, text me, call me, let me know, even right now. So I kind of...
How many of them niggas is going to really remember what the fuck they say and when they say it?
He's made changes to titles and taking things down before, too. He doesn't do it all the time, but I think it's how you come at him. To be real, like, if you're coming at him just, man, fuck that, Vlad, that's crazy. He's like, well, damn, you said it. You know what I'm saying? But, like, if you're saying, hey, this...
That's cool, but he's still trying to catch niggas, dog. Like... It's kind of underhanded in a way. You know what I mean?
A little bit, but I'll say this: I'll give Vlad a little bit of slack here. And
I mean, you an interviewer, so I guess you kind of have.
I got a little bit of bias, but I understand exactly where you're coming from, because sometimes you don't feel like naturally watching Vlad from the past stuff. You won't necessarily feel safe about interviewing with Vlad, right? Or getting an interview from Vlad,
or where the convo is gonna go,
or where it may go.
Because he gets you comfortable.
But I'll give him another one too. There's Pee Wee Longway. Have you ever seen that clip?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, where he's like essentially saying if they're dumb enough to answer it.
No, but I'm saying he put that clip out about Pee Wee Longway, like how you should answer these questions, like literally saying, hey, you probably shouldn't answer these questions.
Then
like,
why ask him?
Exactly. I think also
that's the point that I'm gonna stand on.
I think he caught a lot of slack from the Charlemagnes, of course. Him and Joe Budden still like got their tiff or whatever. But I think overall, like, he's eventually like looked at that. And I've watched a lot more recent interviews. You know what I'm saying? You better to be, man. Because I got to see if somebody gets better. You know, like, just sometimes it's like
I'm at the point in my life when it's like, man, I'm not gonna give you the time of day to get better. You know, like, you show me who you are. All right, fuck out of here.
I feel you, but at the end of the day, technically, he's the biggest. Like, by numbers, he's the biggest hip hop platform,
which is a shame.
Hey, like, I kind of understand it, because the other thing too is that he interviews a lot of comedians.
The two biggest hip hop platforms is run by white guys, bro.
That's a fact. That's
crazy.
I would say that's a fact. The only other person that's like doing really well that doesn't hire a lot of people is DJ Academics. He is one person that I don't see like do a lot of hiring to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So he'll end up, you know, doing a lot of his own content. The only thing about Academics is that I'm worried about is that, hey, if he ends up getting, like, I don't wish this on anybody, but if he gets sick or anything like that, can somebody else hold down the fort? Can you introduce somebody? Can you go on a vacation without it running with you? You get what I'm saying? But he's bringing in so much just with him. It's a good thing. But I kind of think of the future a little bit like, shit, man, you know, I'm not telling you you're going to get sick or anything like that, but anything can happen. So why wouldn't you set up like a way for you just to, you know, be able to relax a little bit, take a little bit off your plate? You feel me? That's how I feel about the whole Academics and that. But no, you're still right about that though, man. It's a really tough game. And also, like, obviously, when you're in the music industry, it's nearly like $1 trillion business or more, something really crazy like that.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. The music industry, period, is a lot of money.
Entertainment, yeah.
Yeah, so like when you do those numbers and see what the top artists are making, nobody's really making anything. So I guess, yes, the white man is always going to be somewhat on top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's tough, though. It's still tough.
No, it is. But like I said, we got Academics holding through. We got Charlemagne putting up numbers whenever he decides to step into it. You know what I'm saying? So like Deezus and Mero, there's definitely some black pioneers up there. But I'll give Adam his flowers, and I'll say, you know what? It ain't easy to see what Vlad did too. He still got all them people. Like if you actually list the people that still ended up on Vlad and still end up on Vlad's chair, it's crazy. When you just boil it down to just the people, the names, it's wild.
Yeah, he's done a whole lot of interviews, but you notice the amount of niggas that have an issue with him.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'll say that there's a lot of things he hasn't done right. There's some interviews that I've gotten a lot of insight from, and I'll say he's done right on those. So I don't think anybody's going to be perfect without like that same corporate structure. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I'll give him some slack on. I don't think it was like, yo, you come in as an entrepreneur. You know, like, yeah, he has a staff now, but before he didn't have a staff. That whole situation with Ross actually is the one that, if anything, that helped him out financially. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, man.
But that also hurt him from getting certain interviews and linking up with certain people, especially when Ross was on top. I'm pretty sure during those years he had to get really like innovative just to get certain interviews. Ross was on top. Made back everything, so you're not. It means you're not getting a Meek interview. Wale's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not getting a Ross again.
I feel as though he did Stally though.
I think he might, but Stally was already kind of out of the door. I'm gonna be real. I think
Stally used the same pick.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be real. I think Stally might have been out the door by that time. I think it was already like, all right, bro, you ain't really generating numbers like that, or it was before, or he might have did it right when they did the first take joint. You know what I'm saying? But Sally was pretty much just done by then, and they cut him off the song anyways.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He wasn't that good.
Nah, he wasn't.
I don't know how he get like.
He had a certain. You know what? He had a certain style. He had a certain style that people could, smooth rap, but it wasn't a longevity thing. And I'm not even here to just try Stolly. We can actually go back to what we originally talked about with Vlad and all that. It's with Bleu, right? Let's go with forgot this
back
one.
To Bleu.
Yeah. This is what podcast ends up doing, man. You might go on a few tangents, man. But with Bleu and Boosie, here's what happened. Boosie originally had Bleu, I want to say, signed to paperwork, and Boosie, I believe, was managing him or was under a label.
He had like a management contract or something.
Something to that point, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think he was signed under Badass. So I want to say more. He was, hey, I'm going to manage you, things like that, and I want to say there was a handshake deal. And then a paperwork deal that eventually came about. Then, as Boosie's getting tight with Vlad and becoming a reoccurring figure on there, he brings in, who, Bleu, right? Brings in Bleu for an interview. You know what I'm saying? Blue's not shined up yet. This is well before the Drake hit. Then, next thing you know, I think this
is when he was Blue Vandross.
Yeah. And then I want to say Boosie brought him on multiple times. He got him to get Vlad to do some interviews. And it's definitely more of a favor because at the end of the day, Boosie's bringing in numbers. Vlad's like, man, I know.
On the strength of you, I'm going to do this interview.
I'm going to do this. But, if you weren't pulling in these M's on that, we ain't doing it.
Yeah.
So... You already know he gets Bleu on the second interview, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
And then when the second interview comes, I think the feature's just about to hit the corner or something like that. Brings it in. Second interview comes. He asks questions about Boosie. Boosie, he asks questions about that. Bang, that goes, right? So now the song comes out.
Big Drake song.
Big Drake feature.
He got the Drake stimulus package.
Everybody's singing the joint, and he becomes.
It was definitely a moment.
Yeah.
A year ago.
I want to say about at least two
already.
Easily, two.
Yo, when I say this pandemic fucked up my whole concept of time.
Yeah, the timing of everything is definitely like a lot different now.
Shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So with Bleu going out there and now becoming that, a budding star, if you will, right?
Yeah.
You have him going out there.
He definitely has a style that can make hits over a long period of time.
Now Vlad interviews him again, and I think there's a little hiccups going on with the paperwork.
Yeah, that's what he was like. Yeah, me and Boosie got kind of a handshake deal, bed to bed.
Because Vlad was, asking about, hey, how, because I think in Vlad's mind originally, when he's asking Bleu these questions, even though I don't think Vlad knew, like, I'm just gonna cut Vlad some slack. I don't think he knew that him and Boosie was having legal issues or anything at that point in time.
Okay, I didn't know they were. I didn't know they were either.
Yeah, I think there was a miscommunication at that point in time going on, right? So as that's going on, Vlad's asking, like, I think he as an interviewer, sometimes you want to like give like alley hoops and layups of like shot outs and things like that. Yeah. People you're working with is like, well, shoot, Boosie told me to bring you here early. You ended up being a star. Let me go ahead and circle this shout out back, right?
And get Boosie's name in here.
Boosie's name in here.
Facts. That's standard. That's standard.
That's pretty standard that you do. Hey man, yeah. So how'd you say? Yeah, me and him got a handshake deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's already like.
Vlad's like, what?
Huh? Handshake deal? All right.
Handshake. Yeah. But he continues.
I know. Yeah, he continues. Swerves past that, everything like that. But then, Vlad records it. He's like, hey, man, he said y'all had a handshake deal. He's like...
Yeah, on the Boosie interview now, he brings that up.
Yeah. And that's consistently what Vlad does. Like, he'll make sure, like, he sets it up to where, yes, it's in pieces, but now he'll ask the same question to multiple people, whether if they're involved with it or sometimes not involved, to
like
kind of
get the outside looking in.
Yeah, just sometimes you'll have an outside opinion looking in, or just direct the in word to opposing sides, right? So at this point now, Boosie's like kind of laughing it off, like, man, what the fuck Bleu talking about?
He got some contract. He got some
contract,
albums.
You know what I mean?
He owe me albums.
But I rock with Bleu. He's like, it ain't on him. At that point in time, Boosie was like, that ain't on him. That's the people around him. 99% of the time, Boosie was saying that.
Yeah.
So more interviews went on. Bleu comes back. Vlad asks him about, hey, Boosie said, hey, y'all got contracts, this and that. So there's some confusion, more going on. Blue's denying that there's contracts. Boosie's like, no, we definitely got contracts. You know what I'm saying? Things were signed, things of that nature. And now comes down to this, a year plus later, nearly 2 years later, you have Boosie potentially versus Bleu Vandross. And here's what's happening. That confusion never actually got worked out behind the doors. And there was a more recent interview of Boosie saying, yeah, there was a forgery of Bleu. I believe it's Bleu or his team, allegedly, signing off on Boosie's name. And I think I forgot his full name, but he has only one R in his name, and on the signature has 2 R's. So
one of them niggas is gonna end up dead. Jesus Christ.
So I'm thinking,
oh man,
Boosie might be able to win that one if that's
that's
the
bad
case.
management though. That's the one of the management was
Yeah, somebody
around him signed that contract.
Yeah, either somebody signed it around him or he really allegedly forged it. It's one of the two. Something.
Or you think what? Wait. You said what? Like maybe Boosie allegedly forged it?
No, they're saying the sign off of there was paperwork saying Boosie signed off on Bleu getting, signing off on a contract, things of that, I think some type of release or whatever like that. And from what I've heard, I got to delve more into it all the way. But from what I've seen, I see that he's saying that Bleu forged his name on that contract or somebody from the team.
On the release.
On the release.
Ooh, it's getting sticky.
That's what he was saying. And he was laughing because he was like, the lawyer done told me that looking like it's forged because they got 2 R's in there. He started laughing.
That's hilarious.
He was like, And he's like, man, Vlad, they about to lose. Like, literally, he's very confident.
That's hilarious.
That some settlement or something is about to go on. Or he might not settle and
you go all the way to forge the thing and not even spell check before you go ahead and do it? That's kind of crazy. Maybe in itself.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was perfect. I don't know, but this is all alleged. This is all alleged.
Allegedly.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's preface all of this with allegedly.
Yeah, so it's an interesting story, honestly. It really is an interesting story.
That's wild.
That is wild that, potentially somebody would forge a signature and go that hard.
Anything's possible these days, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think you can actually win off of, I know my signature. That ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't easy peasy. Like, you can get away with some things, but, like, if somebody really can authenticate it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
The same. I'm the same with my signature. Like, I don't think too many people could duplicate my shit.
Facts, though.
But hey, man, the movies say that there's niggas that's dedicating their livelihoods to forging signatures and doing all types of shit like that.
No, there's people out there. The scam game is crazy.
Yo, the scam game is ridiculous.
Yeah, so like that comes a part of it. People are always out here just scamming and doing other things like that and sliding and doing crazy things just to get by, honestly. It's just that type of world that we're in right now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ugly game. Very ugly game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, super ugly. In here.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, that track was crazy.
Oh, man.
Crazy disrespect.
Okay, so being that it's kind of the dead time in everything, sports, entertainment, well, movies, there should be blockbusters out. Thor's coming out soon.
Well, no, Thor's out.
I thought it was coming out on the 18th. It's out?
The guy that was renovating the joint. He was talking about it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
It's out.
Yeah. Shout out to Carlos and Next Level Customizations.
Yeah.
Also. So Chris Brown was interviewed on LA Leakers. Shout out to LA Leakers.
Breezy.
Anytime I try to catch that show, I do. I really do try to catch it. They asked him about his top 5 favorite rappers.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what do you think was on his list? Who do you think was on his list?
Top 5 Chris Brown rappers. I'm not sure if he would go with his contemporaries or not.
No contemporaries.
He went old school, probably.
Yeah.
All right, so if he went old school, he went Big Pac for sure.
Okay.
I got to give him
one for
that.
you.
All right. Probably Pac more likely because he's more
2
on
for
that.
you.
Who else is more wild, energetic back in the day? He might have rocked with some, I'm not saying Dupree, but somebody off the Dupree tree.
No.
No
Dupree. You get 2 more, and then I'm gonna just tell you who he had.
Like a Missy or something like that.
Nope.
Nah. All right.
No
Pun?
girls.
Okay, Pun.
Nope.
Big L.
Okay, so you got one more wrong answer. So that's 3. Pac, Biggie, Big L. That's the crazy one.
I'm trying to think of I mean, honestly, we can go with then if he went old school, let's go with Too Short and Cube.
Nah.
I'm going with West Coast guys. That's it.
That's it. You out. Pac, Hove.
Oh yeah.
Biggie, Nas, Big L.
He said Big L. Okay. Biggie. I don't know why I didn't say Nas, but for some reason they just never done a song together. He probably just like, nigga, I'm just trying to listen to your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm thinking. I think he's probably like,
Me and him share 1.
What, Nas?
Yep. That's it.
I'm not mad at his top 10. Top 5. Top 5. I'm not upset at it though. All right, because now are you thinking of that top 5 of this is the only thing you can listen to forever? Because that's a wide range.
Just top 5 favorite. It's just your top 5, right? Just your top 5. Before I go into mine, who's your top 5 favorite?
My shit is forever rotating, but I'm gonna give Kanye one. He's not number 1, but I'm gonna throw Kanye in there. He gives me a lot of different flavors. He's not obviously he has things written for him and things like that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not talking about lyricists. I'm talking about rappers.
Just rappers giving me music. Kanye has a strong discography. I could rock with his. He can give me a lot of different flavors. That's one. I'm gonna go Drake. I'll throw Drake in there because he can give me a lot of different flavors too. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I'll throw Nas in there because Godson. I'll definitely even have that as I used to have that as like a social media handle. AIM and all that.
I think everybody had Godson at one point. Every nigga I know had Godson at some point, somewhere.
Facts. So now we have that.
That's 3.
That's 3, right? So let's recap this. We have Kanye, Drake, Nas, right? Okay. I'm gonna put it's a lot more South artists I really should have on there. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I wish I could package Nas and Hove together, and then package like you know what I'm saying. I can't do that.
You can't.
I'll say
we still good. Might have had a little technical difficulty real quick.
Hold on. Let's double check real quick. Let's make sure we're good.
I think we're good though. I'm still green. You still green?
Yeah, I think we're still good, man. But all right. Now this is a tough one because now you got me thinking because somebody's getting cut. No matter what with these lists, somebody ends up getting cut. I'm gonna go with I'll go with Wayne. Wayne gave me a lot.
Wayne?
Yeah, just because he gave me a lot down south. Even though that's too young money, cash money, whatever. I can't just like as much as I want to go with 3 Stacks and things like that. I feel like you got to give me
3
more.
3 Stacks is all right.
No,
but he's not my fave.
No, you just got to give me more. Like if you would have gave me just a little bit more albums, bodies of work that I could have just sat with and been like good with, that would have been perfect.
All his bodies of work though been like humongous mega.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, there's so many people that I would want to name to rep the South, but I'm just going to give it to Wayne as an overall, like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, there's so many people that could.
All right, that's 4. You're on 4.
I'm going to go Hove in there, but there's so many other people I want.
That's 5.
That's 5. If you want to extend the list, I got so many other people I can fit in.
You get an honorable mention.
This is going to fuck people up. But I think by the end of his career, especially that he got out, I think by the end of his career, he's going to definitely be, he ain't going to be like, we're just talking about rap, not lyrics. It's going to be Kodak Black. He's going to have a lot more shots. Kodak is going to have a lot more wins. You don't believe he will?
Kodak's nice.
Kodak's
nice. I'm not gonna lie about Kodak.
Let me go ahead and break down something to you, man. There's people right now that definitely I was in Clubhouse with during that pandemic doing these arguments.
Clubhouse.
Yeah, right? Like I was doing these.
We were the original. We got the original invites.
Yeah.
Not these new niggas.
Not the new ones.
We were the original invites.
So let me just go ahead and tell it to you like it was, right? There's people that, do promotion with Kodak right now that were literally arguing with me. And they know who they are.
Arguing about what?
Not just arguing like, hey, Kodak is not a legend yet in South Florida, this and that. I'm like, first of all, this is right when he got locked up. I said,
which time?
He got locked up.
First time, second time?
He was already locked up during the pandemic before.
This is before Trump got him out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, a few albums later and him getting out, that's already some legendary shit. I just pre-called it. I was like, if he was already out on the same trajectory of the music that was already out, he'd already kind of be in the status. I'm projecting.
You gotta admit, he one of the only new niggas that got all of these like megastars sampling him.
Exactly.
Like Cardi B, Drake. I hope he getting his publishing, man. I hope he getting his publishing.
He is. And then, so you got that going on, right?
Rich the Kid.
So this is why I'm giving Kodak his flowers. I know it sounds crazy, and it just popped in my head.
You saying you invested in Kodak early?
Yeah. I feel like I did. Honestly, like as far as like believing how far he would actually go. And I'll tell you why. Like I said, it's because like, and then like I said, he was already on a good path. He got jammed up, gets let out by the president, Wayne too, who's on this list, right? He gets out, drops about 3 to 4 projects, has this new project that's doing well. The other projects is doing well. He has a whole day now in South Florida.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, come on.
Great day for the kids.
And
he was on social media rapping his whole son's song.
And I want to say, if you want to be real, there's a lot of people that might be up north that at first wasn't rocking with Kodak and now is rocking with Kodak. People like there was like the whole riff with him and Gilly the Kid. There was a whole riff with him and T.I. He's on their podcast doing this thing, chilling now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's getting invited to the Michael Rubin joint, but he's gonna be able to do what he wants. He has his own like fan base that follows him.
Yeah, facts. He does.
And I think with every
not gonna lie, people love Kodak.
Yeah, I think with every album that keeps coming out,
that's a sneaky boy. That's a sneaky.
It's a sneaky one.
That's a sneaky. That's a frisky.
It's not an overt
honorable
win.
mention.
It's not an overt win.
Oh my gosh!
But if you pay attention, if he continues on this track, and just don't think there's a whole lot of legends he has to pass. Still, I'm just talking about he's on a good run. Let's just say he doesn't, nothing in the law happens. He stays, no troubles happens. He just goes straight narrow, straight music. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even need to do diss anybody, anything like that. Literally just the music is just going higher every time on album sales and people are loving it. I just think if he stays on this track, he's got it. He's able to creep up on more people's list that's not just from down here and things like that. People are going to say I'm crazy. For sure they are. I'm just really just looking at it, sitting back and like, man, this kid has been pretty impressive this whole time and ducked a lot of little dramas that, not saying it would have wiped him out. It would have just made him look bad. That even that Lauren London thing, that didn't make him look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The
whole being in jail thing, you know what I'm saying? That as a street rapper, of course that makes him look good, but that was one of them cases where I'm like, hey, I think you might be done for a while. And his projected time of him getting out, he might have been cold then. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Might have been cold. Or he would have been more of a legend, but either way. Or he would have been more of Bobby Shmurda, but at the same time, him getting out early, being able to cook up immediate songs. Yeah, I got Kodak. But yeah, let's go back to you, man. What you got, man? What's your top 5?
Now I'm feeling like, whoa.
I try to.
You made me think about some shit.
I mean, and mind you, there's West Coast rappers that I really want on there, but I think I put Pac on there, right?
Nah,
I didn't put Pac on my list.
You said Kanye, Drake, Nas, Hove.
Drake. Yeah.
You said Kanye, Drake, Nas.
Nobody from the West Coast.
Kanye, Drake, Nas, Hove,
and Wayne,
Kodak as your honorable mention.
Yeah.
Okay, so my top 5.
I do wish I would have.
My top 5 is actually very similar to yours.
All right, go ahead.
Kanye, Drake, Nas, Cameron.
That's a real good one. Because he's just going to break it up for you and give you some fly Harlem shit at the same time.
I want to, it's always been a toss-up between my swag rappers of the 90s and the early 2000s, Ghostface, which is a different type of swag rap.
Yeah.
And Noriega. I'm a big Noriega fan.
I'm
not big enough to watch Drink Champs consistently anymore, but I'm a huge Noriega fan.
Hey,
Noriega. High school and college was Noriega.
No, I like
Jay-Z
Nori.
and Nas beef.
I had a Nori album in elementary school.
What? Man.
I want to say it was elementary school.
New York, get the blood money, dirty cash. Man, Nori had hits.
Nah, Nori was a problem. All right, I had his first album, NORE. He was definitely a
I had the War Report, and then I had the Capone and Noriega, the second one.
They were in the crib for me, but I wasn't listening to him just yet. I knew of him. I knew his face. I knew the gear. He was in army fatigues.
Noriega, at that point in time, Noriega was for New York what E40 was for LA. I mean, for California.
That might be true. Honestly.
Because Noriega was coming up with slang, coming up with new slang, off the Beelzebubs, all types of shit. That part too. Yeah. Noriega, he was funny.
Honestly, he was more on the energy of these new guys today, as far as not being
a drug addict. He's the one that he's the one that really busted the Neptunes.
Yeah, that's
so. It's like it's hard. Damn, dog. It's like I've always said Noriega was in my top 5. Like before Drake and Nas came out and all that stuff, my top 5 was very different.
Yeah,
I mean before Drake and Kanye, I should say, came out, my top 5 was very different. But Kanye, for sure. I was in college. I was starting my freshman year when College Dropout came out. I had all the Rockefeller and all of those mixtapes and the Kanye West. I think Kanye West was actually the first DJ Drama mixtape. I could be wrong.
The thing I like about Kanye's like actual albums, everything like that, it's just a whole body of work. He does a lot of production-esque things. So like you're really getting a more times than not, you're getting a good balance of like really great production, pretty good damn rhymes and subject matter. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why for me, Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Not number one or nothing. I'm just saying that's why Kanye's in my top 5. Even if you don't believe, like for you, lyrical miracle.
Kanye, top 5 rapper. Oh, he's on the Rushmore. I'm gonna have to just put that out there.
But let me educate some of y'all.
Hold on, I ain't give you my 5 yet, man. Shit.
I was gonna say
I didn't give you my 5 or my honorable mention. Like you trying to skip past, man.
I wasn't gonna skip past. I just don't think this guy might be in your top 5. But I'm hoping let's see. Let's go.
Top 5 dead or alive off one LP. I might have to say. Okay, no particular order. Kanye, Drake, Nas, Noriega.
All right,
Jadakiss.
That's 5 right there.
That's 5. My honorable mention, dog. I know we ain't packaged nothing, bro, but it's got to be between 50 and Fab.
Okay, so you did mention 50.
Have to be between 50 and Fab. 50 made it cool to start talking about killing niggas again.
No, he did. I ain't gonna lie.
And real hood shit.
No, that's
all of these little babies and Young Thug, they're derivatives of 50.
All right, look, it's because Drake.
And Fab was just Fab, bro.
No, it's because Drake has this like, obscenely long run at number 1. Besides, like the only other person that was close to this run but didn't do it this long.
Ain't nobody had a run like that.
I said
that
only
Drake.
Other person that had a run this long at number 1 that was kind of close was Jay-Z. Overall, like I'm saying, and then Drake.
Nah, but he had Nas. He had other niggas. Busta that was like 7 times plus. Listen,
there's other people eating during Drake's thing too right now, but at the same time,
not like him. Ain't nobody eating like Drake, bro. Right now,
of course, not
other than Kanye.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
Kendrick and J. Cole.
You got a few people. There's always going to be a few people that's always going to be around the throne, but everybody knows who's the throne right now. You know what I'm saying? And back then, everybody knew Hov got offered that Def Jam job for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, let's just be real. And the reason in being too is because how Rockefeller was set up and being able to have all those new other artists that were able to be profitable. State Property was able to jump in and do their thing. So yeah, there's a whole thing with that too. I'll say this though, Hov did take time to bust more artists than Drake right now. As far as
you can't say that.
Why not?
Look who Drake bust.
He's got a little lineup, but not comparable to like
Look who Drake bust though. Who did okay. Other than Kanye, that's a super mega star.
I'm not talking.
And that's not that. You can't even give that to Hov. That was a Dame call.
Still all the team.
That's a Dame call, so I can't even give Kanye the whole.
No, I'm saying that's still all the team, and a lot of it was a platinum.
I'm not a Jay-Z fan, so I'm not gonna give that. I'm not gonna give that to Hov. Just like
that's still under the Rockefeller umbrella, though.
We off that stuff. It don't matter. It don't matter.
That's still
Hov
under.
Didn't bust Kanye.
Them tax returns still got.
If you want to be real, Cam busted Kanye.
Yeah, and then there still was Cam under Rockefeller and all that. I'm not saying Jay-Z did for Cam. No way. But I'm saying
Cam.
No, but he definitely helped out with the state prop thing. Even if what's name brought him in, Hov was on them tracks. Let him get him free. Hov never, and free was platinum. Beanie was platinum. They were on Hov tracks.
That wasn't a Kanye track. That particular song. That was a Just Blaze song.
No, I'm just saying in general. This is the power of Hov, though, getting them platinum. He was doing that.
Hov be getting a little too much credit for me. Point blank. So
there was a Hov stimulus package at one point. There was the same way there was a Drake stimulus package. Bleu Cantrell.
Listen, fam.
Bleu Cantrell. You hear me?
Listen, fam. Who you saying? A Hov because he busts people? Man.
Emil.
Yeah, but he didn't bust her. Her career didn't go anywhere.
No, it didn't. I'm just saying, like, he literally made you care about people that you really shouldn't have cared about.
I can't even remember what my point was, but Hov didn't bust more people than
I think to me that more staples in the hip hop game overall. I got to give that one.
And Drake. Hov didn't bust more people than Drake.
I think Drake
Drake busted the Weeknd.
No, I think Drake has a better individual career overall than Hov. Period. Like that's not even close. I'm just saying the not even the business. Just hey, those artists that were around him. You know, everybody didn't go fucking platinum. Yeah, you have the Weeknd. He had Kanye. You know what I'm saying? There's like, you feel me? Like now that's 1-1. Now who else? He still got a whole stable of mad platinum artists.
I don't give Hov Kanye. So that's why that point is mute to me. That's for you, but I don't give Hov Kanye.
It's there
especially in Big Brother. Kanye talked that Hov didn't like Kanye.
No, I feel that, but that was in the beginning, and at the end of the day,
which was like, damn, dog.
Well, no, that's what he was thinking in his head. Who knows? Nobody actually knows the story because at the same time, what was it? All right, I think obviously Hov has his cocky times where you could be like, "Damn, Hov," you know what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah, Hov done some weird shit.
Yeah, like he's not like he's not the one above all, but at the same time, I'm just saying with his career. He did a good job. Like I remember like soundtrack songs and shit like that from American.
Yeah, I mean during his era, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? He did a good job.
It was a little different.
Exactly. Drake right now has a very long era.
Fucking enormous pause.
Yeah. At first, I wasn't sure if his run was gonna go as long as Hov when Pound Cake came out. I'm gonna be real. When Pound Cake came out and then they were both on the song, I was like, not sure if his run's gonna be as long, but if it is, he's got to go crazy with it because Hov was dropping a lot of shit. This is just exactly what I was talking about when I heard both of them tracks. I'm like, he's gonna have to go for a long fucking time, and he is, and he's literally, I want to say, baby, you my everything. He wasn't number one just yet, but he crept up there. And then a few other songs after. I want to say, all
right, hold on.
The song with him, "Better Find Your Lovin'," that joint, and
hold on, that was a Kanye track too. Let me ask you a question now.
Yeah,
rank your top 6.
Rank the top 6
from your honorable mentions. Obviously 6. So rank your top 5 now.
I have recency bias, so that might not even be a good thing for me because and what I mean by recency bias is
you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead, go first.
In this order: Drake number 1, Kanye number 2. I'm gonna put Nas as number 3. I'm gonna put Nori as number 4. No, I'm gonna put Jada as number 4, Nori as number 5.
Okay.
Right? 50 and Cam and Fab have to fight for number 6. They're tied for 6.
You still got to pick one on that, but
they're tied for 6. That's hard. I might.
I'd go with 50 on that, even though I love Fab shit more.
Oh man, I'd probably have to go with Cam.
Oh yeah,
just because he was just so entertaining.
That's true.
Remember, remember the stand. Remember the stand-ish. Remember, I played it for you the other day.
I'll give you this too. 50 gave you a nice little group to.
Oh my God, 50. The G Unit mixtapes were legendary.
Yeah, the tapes.
But so were the Dipset.
He was another artist that, even though it was just his crew, he was able to grow motherfuckers. Like, he grew the game too. I don't care what anybody says.
Cam and 50. 50 grew the game for sure, for sure.
Yeah, he grew the game. I mean, bro, Tony Yayo was locked up. You ain't supposed to come out that hot. Bro, your picture is like in the background and people notice that joint. Was waiting on you.
Listen, 50.
You remember that? You remember how much people were waiting on Tony Yayo back in the day?
50 was fish grease hot, bro. 50 was sun hot. Like, I ain't never seen a nigga that hot before.
I believe he would have been able to actually.
Drake's hot, but Drake he wasn't as hot as 50 when 50 came out.
Yeah, I don't think he ever 50 might have had a more supernova time within the
beyond supernova.
Him and DMX.
50 was hotter than DMX.
No. You do not listen.
DMX put out 2 albums in 1 year. That's cool. But 50 first album and second album both went diamond, dog.
I think both of them joints is diamond right now.
Yeah, but 50's albums went diamond in a year.
Yeah, that's true. That is pretty nasty. I feel
the
like
first album probably went 15.
I ain't gonna lie though.
A year.
Stop, drop, that whole joint, that was just coming out right out the gate.
Stop, drop was hard.
Something new.
Yeah, but listen, bro.
Come on, man.
50, listen.
Come on. This man was saying
50
something
was
new.
Hot. 50 was
No, hey, listen, 50 was hotter than Fish Grease, but if I had to,
I'll give him. Listen, 50 was hotter than DMX when DMX came out, bro. DMX didn't have mixtapes. 50 was Fish Grease hot.
No.
Yo,
I can't say that because how many DMX was in 2 damn near box office ass movies back to back.
Yeah, but that was after his second or third album.
No, his second album came out in the same year. That's what I'm saying. So by the end of that year, he was already Romeo Must Die and all that joint.
Shit, no.
That was the third joint.
That was the
third.
Fourth.
No, I think that was his third one with the X. Then There Must Be X or whatever.
I'm not sure if Romeo Must Die came out. I don't think Romeo Must Die came out then. Belly came out then. Belly came out then for sure.
See, Belly. Come on, man.
Belly wasn't a good movie.
No, I'm saying the pack.
Okay. We
I'm
need to
talking
normalize.
about the package deal of DMX.
Tangent.
Shout out to Randy.
Sidebar. We need to be real with ourselves as hip hop enthusiasts. Belly was not a good movie. Belly wasn't a good. No, bro. From the lighting to the script, the action was cool. The acting was horrible. When it comes to the star, DMX was good. Nas was not good.
Yeah, I mean, DMX
was good. T-Boz was good.
Yeah, I think DMX and T-Boz was actually good.
Lennox was good also.
That's why he got more roles. But that's why they should have had more natural
lighting
actors.
Was horrible.
I mean, because they were trying to do intro to every scene was trying to it was Hype
Williams.
Williams.
Too Scarfacey.
It wasn't just Scarfacey. Remember he came from the music video scene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of niggas come from the music video scene.
You know what I'm saying? The director himself, it was Hype Williams, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
A lot of niggas come from the music video scene.
That's what I'm saying. So his setups were always kind of a music video, big, slow motion, dramatic, widescreen, this and that. So he at that point in time he wasn't used to breaking up that look just yet. It takes a while.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna cut him some slack. It takes a while. You know
This
what I'm
is
saying?
the episode, right? This is the episode we were talking about it earlier. That the people listening, people on the channel, they kind of get to know a little more about us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, boom. I let you know Belly wasn't a good movie to me. You know what also wasn't a good movie? It was a good moment. It was an amazing moment, right? Let me preface it by saying it was an amazing moment. I think you know where I'm going.
What?
Black Panther was horrible.
Oh, you going with that?
Black Panther was a horrible movie.
I was gonna go more in pocket with Shots was a better movie than Belly.
Oh, Shots was 10 times better than Belly.
See, now I'd get the
Jamaicans are involved.
No, I know.
The real Jamaicans.
No, for sure. The acting on some of the people weren't great. Only a few. But
I mean,
they had better acting overall.
You got to think about the budget, though.
The budget wasn't great.
The budget wasn't great, especially compared to Belly.
It wasn't great, but I'm gonna shout out to Victor.
You know, that was Harvey Weinstein. I definitely think it was New Line Cinema.
Shout out to Victor Lewis. You know what I'm saying? He's manager of Kamali Marley. So
okay,
you know,
yeah.
what I mean?
Shout out to Vic.
Actually, I talked to Kamali Marley about this movie. Ironically,
yo, Shots was such a great movie.
It was.
Bro.
I had to tell him. I actually told him. You know what? I remember. Now let's bring it back.
I wish they could reshoot it. That now, just because it's such a great movie, dog.
Look, look, I know he ain't your top 5 rapper, but I remember I had the bootleg with the Jay-Z Blueprint was the soundtrack on the whole thing. I promise you. It was like I don't know if it was the bootleg cut or the early cut, the island cut, I don't know. But the ones that came out with all the new music always fucks me up because it ain't it. To me,
so you just had the Blueprint,
nigga. All the Blue, all this Blueprint is a classic album. You got to admit that.
Yeah, they
right?
couldn't clear that shit.
They couldn't clear it. But I'm telling you right now, and I understood why they swung for using the Blueprint anyways. It made sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was some connections there. Don't get it twisted. But bro, like when they did that shit, bro, like I watched that movie like 5 to 10 times with that Blueprint soundtrack as the whole soundtrack to the movie. So
you gonna have people trying to find this version,
bro. It's not crispy, it's not clean. But if they could just put the audio back in and just put the new Blu-ray on over top of it, I'm rocking. I'm telling you right now. Like I straight up told this straight to Kamali's face. I was like, yeah, I remember the cut where they had the blueprint. He's like, yeah, you seen that one? I was like, bro, did I see that? I ran that back way before it came to the States. I was like, I don't know. I have people that always gave me bootlegs, things like that. I'm not just saying people. Like my cousin back in the day used to do a lot of work in the industry, so he got a lot of hookups, a lot of things early. So I had the privilege, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get that damn tape, and that one right there was definitely one of the movies that and I'm saying tape because it was VHS at the time.
If you want to consider Shots as a hood movie, Shots is definitely top 2.
Yeah,
hood movies,
and I'm giving that, and I got to give that a leap over. I'm gonna give that a leap over Belly, but I would say top.
Yeah, for sure.
Top hood movies. I'm gonna go ahead and give any movie from the West Coast that you want to name from the '90s from John Singleton, and that's how.
That's not really that was like a major motion picture. You know what I mean? Like
some of them.
Shotas.
No, I'm saying some of them. I mean, realistically though,
I'm talking about like Shotas. You gotta. I don't want to consider Belly a hood movie just because. No, I'm talking about the John. Just because. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Those are major motion pictures. I'm talking like, yeah, those are in the movie theaters. I'm talking like a hood movie. Well, like
Belly was in the theaters for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Shotas wasn't in the theaters. What I'm saying. What I'm saying is a hood movie like Baller Blocking.
Oh, you're talking about those. Like, okay. That's what we getting at. Okay.
Any one of, even though Master P's movies was all, like, most of them were major motion pictures. They were in the movie theaters.
He had some bread.
All the Master P movies.
He had some bread. I ain't even gonna lie. Master P.
I Got the Hookup was hilarious.
I like Master P movies. They were pretty good at the time. He had Foolish, which is pretty entertaining. Mm-hmm. There was another one that he had that was still pretty good too. He had like 3 or 4 of them that I want to say held down in the 90s. Damn, so you saying major motion, non-major? Because to me, Menace to Society wasn't all that major motion.
Major motion picture.
But
John Singleton ran black movies in like the 90s, bro.
No, for sure. I completely got you. But even though Shotas didn't have the biggest budget, them niggas still had. They called.
Didn't Wyclef bootleg that shit?
That's why.
Wasn't that the rumor?
I think that's what it was, because I remember Wyclef and Khaled was in the in the actual movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Wyclef had the money back then.
Yeah, he did have the money to. He probably. I mean, yeah, he definitely put up some money for that. Kamani definitely might have had some backup Marley money too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he was still coming out with some shit too. Like now, more so after that, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I want to say, like if I had to choose, like between a budget, like, and I love Baller Block, and that acting was absolutely horrible.
Oh my God, was it?
Yeah, it was. Okay, it was just okay. The story,
the cops. Oh,
the story was pretty solid though.
It was all right.
Well, you know the cop was T.K. Kirkland, right? You know that, right? TK, you know what I'm saying? But nah, he was in there.
Nigga.
I want to say there's another movie I was gonna bring up. Oh, well, I mean, I'll give Purple Haze up there too, but is that was really bad acting too. That was a hood movie.
Cams?
Yeah.
But that was such a good movie.
Yeah. Like
is that the one? Is that the one where they were like not on the run, but they were in hiding?
Yeah, I think some shit happened.
When he was like, "Hey, that's Mason."
That storyline was pretty good.
Yo, they should have put so much money. They should have put money behind it because it was such a good story.
You know what they could film now that wasn't like, that's not really that expensive is Juice. When you really think about it,
you got the juice now.
It's really not that, like, if you were to shoot that right now and have all the same people acting, the only people you have to really pay is all the extras, if you're paying them at all.
Nah, you gotta pay Omar.
And you gotta pay Omar. He's definitely
Tupac's dead.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about just. I'm just talking
about redoing it.
Redoing it. If you had like good like cameras and stuff like that, I think Juice could be redone.
You got the juice now.
The location. It wasn't that many locations, I don't think, right?
Nah, there was like the alley. There was the club scene.
Inside.
I think there was like inside the school.
It's not that many places.
On the street.
Yeah. You can get that shit done.
Yeah, you can get it done.
You can get it done in like a month, at the most. Like
6 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah. 6 weeks would definitely get it done. A 2-month shoot.
That's too much.
A 2-month shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get it done. Like
2 months is 8 weeks.
No, I'm talking about spread out. You're taking like some 2 weeks.
Okay,
2 week break somewhere in between. Three, take off. 3 or 2 and then 1 off or whatever, you know, break it up a little bit. But yeah, I think, man, like when it comes to the other hood movies, man, what we got here, man? We already said Baller Blocking, we said Purple Haze, we said Kamani's movie, Shotas, Win, and then there's other ones too. Definitely other hood flicks that's still kind of out there. That's how bad most of the hood flicks were growing up. But
no, I can't remember them. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
There's been a lot.
There's definitely been a lot that's been like, there's terrible ones, and then there's
like
some
I've seen
ones.
A few Miami ones.
Yeah. Oh well, you know what?
I've seen.
What's the 3-6 Mafia version one where they had one? 3-6 Mafia had one where a lot of people like. I mean, we could kind of say Dame's movie might have still been a hood movie, right? What is it? It still had bread involved.
What was a hood movie? I know you're not talking about Paid in Full.
Not Paid in Full.
Paid in Full is a classic.
Talking about Paper Soldiers, like type shit. Wasn't that
Paper Soldiers? That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious, but more of a hood movie, right? Would you kind of categorize?
Yeah, it didn't come out in the theaters.
Yeah, that's more straight to the DVD. Let's make our bread, but we did our thing. That might be still in the top 5. Paper Soldiers hood movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me look up this 360. Oh no, I think it's called Choices.
Yeah.
3-6 Mafia had like a little hood movie called Choices, and Choices 2, I think.
I remember that shit.
That's up there too. That's definitely up there. Baller Blocking was definitely terrible acting, but nostalgia would make me like that movie more. You know what I'm saying? Seeing BG, Turk, Wayne, Juvenile, that whole rap group just, you know, getting into trouble and doing their thing. Like, I'll definitely give them something up there. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely like the down south NWA type of.
I mean, remember, hood movies, you gotta include all the state property films.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they have
Get
more.
Down or Lay Down.
Yeah, the only one I couldn't really try to name like that is, like you said, is Paid in Full. Paid in Full definitely had a lot of. That
was in the movies though.
Yeah, that was a lot of dollars behind that, and I want to say
it just took a while to come out.
Yeah, Cam had another. Didn't he have two movies? It was Purple Haze, and then he had something else, or was it
Cam
just?
was in Paid in Full. Cam was in State Property.
Yeah, he was in State
2.
Property. Yeah, he was.
So was Nori. El Pollo Loco.
Yeah, he was.
I'm saying Nori was. Listen, man.
Who was Plaga? Again,
Plaga was that boxer.
Yeah, Plaga.
El Plaga.
El Plaga. Yo, that's crazy.
El Pollo Loco. Pollo Loco.
You know what's funny? We used to.
You keep it cool like you be coolin', fam.
Me and the homies back in the day in college, man. I want to say we used to name one of the Chico homies, man. We used to name him El Plaga.
El Plaga.
It was like, yo, Plaga hit you up, bro. You know, Plaga be wildin', bro.
El Plaga.
Plaga.
Get Down or Lay Down, dog. Oh my gosh. State Property was some good movies.
Oh yeah,
not gonna lie.
But I do love them hood movies, man. There's definitely been a few. As far as like low
Remember
budget,
Dr. Dre did the car wash shit. I consider that a hood movie.
Yeah, I'll give that one at the hood. And you know what? I almost gave it a hood movie, but then it wasn't. Baby Boy felt like a hood movie because there wasn't that many locations.
Baby Boy, you got to remind me about that one.
No, I say Baby Boy.
Oh, Baby. No, that was major.
No, it was major. I was saying it felt like a hood movie because they didn't go to mad locations when you really think about it. There was the street, there was homegirl's apartment, there was a crib, his room, and the crib. For the most part, you might have pulled up to his homie's crib like one time.
The park. When them kids beat him up for his bike.
Oh yeah, the park.
Yo, Jody was a bitch. Dog, listen, Jody was a bitch.
Yeah, he was.
Oh my God.
He was a bitch though. I ain't gonna lie. He got hoed by some little niggas at the park.
15-year-olds, dog, and fucking wild and crazy kids had to come and save his ass.
Hey, listen, Omar apparently was
Epps. No, not Omar Epps. Omar Gooden.
Yeah.
Wild and crazy kids had to come save his ass, dog.
Apparently, him on the set, him and Jody, he was like, him and Tyrese, like Tyrese used to want him to, yeah, man, let's get like more tighter. He's like, get tighter, like nigga, I'm coming in to do this acting and leave, nigga, like I'm not doing all this extra hanging. Yeah. He's like, I'm not doing all this extra hanging out shit. And then on the outside looking in, if you didn't know that he acted before, it's like, yeah, him doing all this kid acting shit, this nigga's, it's a hustle. He's getting his bag. He's coming in, coming out, bro.
Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother.
You know what I'm saying? Omar Gooden, man. But no, I actually
Wild
like
crazy kids.
To me, I actually like that role for him. It kind of got him a little switch up. Switch it up, just change it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
From the Nickelodeon vibes.
Yeah, and he always had to be that happy vibes, which pretty sure after a while that gets.
And I thought he did a good role because I believed it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like he definitely repped the West and had that energy for him. You know what I'm saying? Like for sure. You know, kind of like the early day man boy. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, yeah. But all right. Say this, man.
Okay, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where are you going?
No, I was gonna say, speaking of like hood movies, let's give the West a little bit of love. What's the best like top 5 West Coast-esque movies that, just West Coast style movies? You can give it action, drama, whatever.
West Coast,
Yeah.
like, are we talking about black movies or just movies?
Majority. You can go whatever. Just movies. But I'm gonna go like the hood class. We know the demo, so I know where I'm gonna go with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Top 5 West Coast.
I couldn't give you top 5 because man, I can't.
There's
think
Fridays.
I can't think of Friday. Oh man,
That's not a top 5 West Coast.
it is.
Okay,
like
then.
1 and 2, 3 not so much.
Yeah.
So that's 2 of them. Friday 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Higher Learning.
That's a good one.
Boys in the Hood of Menace Society. Like that, it just seems like the only place I could really go.
I like that. Is NWA in there? Is the NWA movie?
Nah, I still haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
Nah.
It actually wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. It kind of gave a nice push for the West Coast. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Friday for sure. A movie that I really rewatched a lot. It's not number 2 or anything in my book, but I might give it top 5. It might have to pull it back out the list, but I'm just gonna say this early. I'm gonna go with The Wood. That was a funny one.
I forgot about The Wood.
The Wood was
hilarious.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I watched that so many times.
I watched that a few times.
Dicey, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of things going on in that one, so I'm gonna give The Wood one. Let's see, 3 more. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna remix it. I'm gonna go with "Don't Be a Menace" in South Central while drinking.
Them niggas is from New York though.
Nah, that shit was hilarious though. That shit was so hilarious.
That was very funny.
Yeah, that shit was.
That was
hilarious.
one of the funniest movies at the time.
Oh
like,
my
that
God.
shit was hilarious.
You know what I'm saying?
What else?
You know what was a I'm not saying I rewatched this movie a lot, but I really liked it when I seen it, was 187.
You got to refresh my memory about 187.
Sam Jackson, he was like a high school teacher or middle school teacher or whatever like that. Obviously 187 is the code for, I think, cop killer or whatever.
Murder. 187 is homicide.
It was just a murder, period. So look, essentially there was obviously a 187 happens at the school, whatever, and then there's like a game that, like people are trying to throw away their lives in a Russian roulette game or whatever towards the end, and he's clicking this shit. I think eventually Sam Jackson ends up checking out from you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The kid learns his lesson, ends up being a good kid, whatever. I can't remember the whole thing of 187, but I do remember I want to say that might be up there just to switch up the flavor. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. I do like 187. That was one of the more like thought provoking West Coast movies. You know what I'm saying? If I don't want to go all funny style, you know what I'm saying? Oh, but there was another one too. I'm trying to think. Okay, there was Menace Society, Boys in the Hood. There was another one in between all of that was still pretty good too, right? Menace Society, Boys in the Hood, 187.
I can't
Got
think
the
of one.
Friday series. There's way more. There's Fat Beach, I want to say. I think that was one. You remember that? That was a funny one, too. Let's see. There's more, though. There's definitely the West Coast. I want to say there's, but like I said, there's the Baby Boys of the world and stuff like that. We didn't even throw that in there, because I will throw that in there for sure. You know what I'm saying?
And we're back. So yeah, man. We just went over some movies. Top 5 rappers, all brought on by Chris Brown's list of adding of his top 5 rappers. The Big L thing was a little bit of surprise.
Nah, he likes from what I know you say you don't watch Drink Champs like that, but I definitely still tap in and everything like that. So from what I see, I can't watch the full thing all the time, you know. It is, some of the joints is long, but other than that, the shit's fire. But what he was saying is, man, Chris Breezy was like, man, honestly, people like look at me as a rapper and things like that. Like, you know, I write my own raps, things of that nature, of course. Like, but you know, I grew up on like listening to hard bars, lyrics, things like that. So, you know, of course, I feel like why I said Big L, and I actually got that right within. You know, that would have probably been somebody that he didn't. You know, that would have been up there, or even he would have mentioned. But the only reason why I felt like he would have when he mentioned bars, I was like, okay, Biggie's probably going to be in there, or Pac, just because he's from the West Coast. So I was just thinking about, you know. He's still like, you know, West Coast, you know, affiliated. So I figured
I was never that big of a Pac fan.
Nah, I get you. I just, you know, some people I thought Chris originally was from the East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
He's from Virginia.
Yeah. So like, since he came from the East Coast and moved out west, obviously he started tying in with whoever he tied in with. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you know, you know. So, like, with Chris, man, I look at it like, I was like, man, okay, he came from the East Coast talking about some, you know, bars growing up to that. I was like, man, you know what? He's probably into some Big L, man. That's why I got that. And I got to tie that in. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, because I wouldn't have just guessed it unless he said I'm into bars and stuff like that. You know,
bars.
Hey man, but you know he's a I don't know if he's today's version of Michael Jackson, but he's definitely up there. He's a legend.
He's pretty talented.
Yeah, he's a legend in his own right. Like,
he's pretty talented. I'm not gonna lie.
They're trying to give him grief for not making album sales now, but I'm just like, you know what? It's okay. Everybody,
his album isn't doing that well.
From what people are alleging, but I mean, honestly, it's okay. Like, it's all right, man. You've had so many hits. You can at least take a half a knee on one project. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's like, oh, to me, I just think he just has to re-engage with the fan base. Because the last time, to me, that he was really engaging with the fan base was Pills and Automobiles or whatever. That was like the real, like, he got back super hot. I
mean, he had a bunch of hits on that album, so that helped.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, and people say that when they listen to this new one, it's not bad at all. They like it. It's just for some reason he's just not getting on those playlists to get boosted up how it usually happens. So it's okay. You know, like I said, it's for me. I'm not saying he don't need to retire, hang it up or anything like that. It's just, hey, man, it's just one bad marketing run. It's okay. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to do another one or 2 or 3 or 5 if he wants to. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Breezy has that right. He's a legend. I don't think nothing of
top 10 entertainers.
As far as today or just in general?
In general.
In the urban space, yeah. Even pop space too. Overall. Yeah, he can give you a good show overall. He could sing, he could dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can do
decent actor.
He can give you a little bit of everything. The only other person that can give you that, but not as like high caliber as acting, but then that person on the flip side can't give you the high caliber. Well, no, he can give you the singing. He just can't probably dance like that as Jamie. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably can't dance like that, but he could sing. He could sing like that. So, yeah. Entertainment too. Yeah. Jamie Foxx is definitely top 3 to top 5 as far as entertainment. Like, you don't get people that can play instruments, do stand up if he wants to, do some real serious acting. You know what I'm saying? Do comedic acting. He's just a pure genius, honestly.
Yeah.
So he's top 3, if not like number 1 when it comes to entertainers. This is what you're asking for, entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And diversity.
Jamie Foxx maybe diversity. Number 1.
Yeah.
Right? Facts.
Yeah. He's probably is number 1 when it comes to that because he is the most diverse. Like, people might go with Will or whatever, but Will is just pure acting. But, like, man, we're talking about, oh, no, not pure acting.
I remember he was a rapper at one point.
He was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like
curse in his bars.
Yeah. Yeah, we did slip on that. So yeah, I'll give Will Smith his due on that. Cause he also can give you music and act. He also can do that. But Jamie could play instruments as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Will was doing that. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, guarantee he wasn't doing that.
She gave me money.
Yeah, man. That boy was snapping back then, man. Honestly.
Yeah, he definitely went on a little run.
Oh yeah, I was just watching this clip. I mean, sorry to just bring it back to current eventy, but
what happened now?
Nah, I was watching a little clip of $1 million worth of game online, and it's pretty funny. Gilly threw some subs at Ross. I guess Ross was under some comments, saying something about Gilly or whatever. But Gilly was like,
"What did Ross say?"
I don't know. He was under some comments. That's allegedly through Gilly. Mm-hmm. And Gilly is interviewing Southside with Wallow on their podcast. Mm-hmm. And he's like,
Southside from 808?
Yeah, 808 Southside. So, okay. So the funniest part is like, he's like, yeah, ain't it goofy that, you got these old niggas that's washed up just going on the gram doing some dumb shit just for some views. Like, yo, I just bought a cow. Oh, this and that. He's like, yeah, you didn't think I was gonna fry your ass about getting on them comments, huh, boy? He started going hilarious. in. He was going in. I'm like, damn, son. He was holding on to that one. Damn. Jesus. But yeah, like, just a little media tiff, a little light one. I just literally read it as we were talking about our top 5. Sorry, our top stuff on there. So just wanted to throw that piece in there. You feel me?
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah, but
pause.
Yeah, definitely pause on that. Nah, man, but there's been a lot of other shit going on too, man. But I'm not even. Yeah, like when I was looking up a few like movies and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, but what's actually going on is, oh shit, Meek Mill parted ways with.
Rock Nation? Is that been official? It's been made official?
Let's see. Shade Room, though. Shade Room ain't bad at their stuff. Early Monday reports stated to surface that Meek Mill is no longer being managed by Rock Nation. Meek nor Rock Nation have made any comments publicly by their reports, but however, according to Billboard, a source has reported confirmed the split. Somebody on Billboard is decent at least. Billboard.com. What do you think?
Say that one more time, bro.
I'm saying, what do you think about Billboard.com saying it's official that the split happened, even though it's reported on? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Billboard. If Billboard's reporting, then it's official. Yeah. I wonder why he did that.
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe a little Michael Rubin drama.
You think so?
Could be.
Ever since Meek got around Michael Rubin, man, he been acting brand new.
He
want to break from Maybach Music. He leaving Rock Nation.
Probably found out some new information. You know what I'm saying? That he was probably.
What's so wrong with finishing out a contract that you signed?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but there is ways that you can outgrow a contract depending on.
Yeah, you put that in the contract.
No, for sure, but there's sometimes that, you know, hey, you're signing as like, hey, you're gonna be pretty big in the city, and you end up being Drake. Like, okay, like let's not do that, right?
Yeah.
Let's get him paid. But other than that, like, you know, I feel like depending on if. The only part is if you've been dormanted and then you just pop, okay, obviously there's ways you should probably either finish out your contract or have some adjustments. I think every side should always be listened to when it comes to contractual stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least listen to, like, yeah, all right, cool. It's a conversation. We just, you know, listening, this and that, you know. And more times than not, that's usually what happens. You feel me? When it comes to it.
Yeah, it's like even when you talk about KD, man, like he's just starting his 4-year contract, bro. Mm-hmm. And he's already asking for a trade. Like,
now,
whatever happened to like fulfilling your obligations or commitment?
Now,
like that shit's out the window right now.
Now I'll give this to KD. At least he's never. This is the first time he hasn't. Not finished off a contract and requested a trade. So I'll give him like, man, you can at least give him one. You know what I'm saying? In his career, you can at least give him like, all right, man, I want to be up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I completely get it because there's a lot of people that's just like, all right, yeah, this won't even make sense with things like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, man. With KD, I think he should. I think he should stay with the Nets first and foremost. So I'm just going to put that out there. He definitely should, just because there's no better teams right now set up for him unless like they're going to let one of these guys go to the Lakers. And I don't see it. I don't see that happening. So, and I don't see them saying, "Hey, let's take."
KD ain't playing with Russ no more.
Yeah,
straight up.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. So. If that trade's happening, you're definitely trading KD because he would have already been trying to reunite with Russ from way back when. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong on that?
No.
Yeah. So like, I feel like man, there's so much time and so much effort to try to make that restore. Man, they got to move on. That ain't never gonna happen. You know, they're gonna be cool. He's gonna stop calling him Cupcake. And that's what that is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think this nigga Kevin Durant seemed like the type to hold grudges. So, yeah, I don't see it happening. And that's the only way they can get Kyrie, at least in my eyes, unless they give up somebody else and have Russ and Kyrie on the same team, which doesn't make any sense
at all. Who the hell's gonna pass the? I mean, Russ is more of an assist guy, anyways, but nah, I just don't see it.
Right?
I mean, there was only like one report. There was only like one reporter that was like kind of thinking. I was thinking like, I think these two teams are going to stay pat. The Lakers. I think the Nets are going to stay pat because the only way this is going to be sold is if Westbrook ends up looking good overall.
Yeah, but. He's not going to look good in anything at any time soon. Because he's not going to play Summer League.
It ain't even Summer League. He needs to be healthy now at this point. Like, he can't.
I mean, he's been pretty durable.
He's durable, but he literally limps around everywhere. Like, you know that walk where you know? Looks like a peg leg.
What?
Russell Westbrook. Like, you know how you do the like if you got a messed up leg and you got like a limp or whatever? That's the walk Westbrook does every time he's by the gym. So
yeah, but
he's moving around injured. He's laboring, as they would say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely big laboring. Shit.
What else, man? What else did I want to talk about?
What else?
Shit, I can't really think of anything, bro, because it's been so dead.
It's been mad dead out here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but let's give a quick update. Lil TJ is up and alive.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Is he responsive?
He's not up like standing up, but
Is he responsive?
Like, he is responsive and conscious. Apparently, like they recorded his face on another FaceTime, and he was smiling, cheesing, talking. You know what I'm saying, a little bit. So I think he is.
That's good.
I think he's on his course on his way back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was pretty good news when I seen that. It was just in general, like
Yeah.
you don't want to see the unfortunate thing like that happen to any human, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I want to say Vlad said he's seen the surveillance video.
Which one?
Of the people that shot Lil TJ. He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, man, that was gruesome. He's like, I'm going to be honest, I'm not posting that. And you're not, I'm not going to post that. And I'm pretty sure Lil TJ, you're going to get the cops will find the guy because he looks directly at the camera.
Oh, that's what's up. Like, damn, dog. He probably ruined TJ's career. Not gonna lie.
I'm just hoping he ain't got to deal with the bag or nothing like that. Nothing crazy. I hope it's just some that he could just legitimately rehab from and bounce back from. That's where the fingers are crossed, because it's a real messed up way to try to mess up somebody's, not only take their life because obviously you're shooting them, but the backspan of it is man, they might not be able to walk and really do what they're supposed to do out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just people are moving a little careless when they do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just a sad state of affairs when people do that. It is, man.
Yeah.
I think.
Any topics you wanted to talk about?
Let's see.
Warriors are winning the chip this year. I saw Wiseman play. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
The nigga had a block, a three, alley-oop dunk. He had all the first 7 points or something shit. Nigga was going crazy.
Oh yeah.
Warriors winning the chip, and then Moody, he dropped 34.
They didn't, and I think he got hurt or sick the next day or something like that. Why they sat him out? But they said they want to be able to play all the guys together, all those young guys together.
His rest schedule, some shit.
Well, all the young guys, Wiseman. You're supposed to have the other guys, Moody, and homeboy Kuminga. Those three. Yeah? They want all three of those to play together in the summer league at some point, because they want to see how they're able to either back up or throw them in the rotation. Okay.
I mean, that kind of sounds okay.
No, why not? I mean, if you have...
Them niggas got rings, bro.
No, I got you, but they can potentially build the next big three and just keep it moving whenever the first guys are done. Hey, we have your next big three. You see that Joe Lacob actually pays and does this, right?
Yeah.
So what makes you think we're not going to stick by you if we didn't stick by, and we stuck by Draymond, Clay, and Steph? We're going to stick by y'all three: Kuminga, Moody, Wiseman. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they're trying to put, and Jordan Poole somewhere in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think they're trying to do, man. Honestly.
Maybe smart.
Oh, yeah. Definitely smart.
But I don't know if Steph want those chips.
Nah, for sure.
Steph want to be number one. I'm telling you.
No Nelly song. I think Steph has another, with this team, if everybody steps up how I think they will, they could get, I'm not going to say the next 2 out of 3, that's strong, but they can get the next 2 out of 4. They can go 50%. And then once they take that step, it's going to be a big dynasty moving right in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's how I look at it right there, man. There was something else I was going to talk about. We'll bring it in briefly, and we might continue it for the rest of the next episode too, just to throw a little little nugget in there. But basically, man, I wanted to bring up different eras, right? Like, what was your favorite? What was one of your favorite hip hop eras as far as
Jabot
fashion?
era.
Yeah, it's fashion, man.
The Jabot era.
Jabot era.
Yes, high school.
So,
man, Jabot denim fits with the straps.
did you wear the Reeboks with it, or you
Hell
wore Nikes?
nah.
You wasn't on the Hot Boy T-Bows and Rees?
I'm not from Florida. I just live here.
T-Bows and Rees, bro.
I was wearing Forces or Tims.
Yeah, I was rocking Forces.
Matter of fact, I took my senior photos in a Jabot denim outfit and an iceberg crew neck sweater.
Now, who was rocking the Jabots at the time as far as artists?
Hot Boys.
It was the Hot Boys.
Yeah, it was Hot Boys. Cash Money.
With the cuffling jeans.
Yeah, they were the ones pushing Jabot.
T-Bows and Rees. That's exactly what it means. Tall T, Jabot jeans, and some Reeboks. Because they also all they rocked. You know what Reeboks was for? It was a drug dealer shoe.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was. There's a lot of hidden compartments in the Reebok Classic. Like, plenty.
Soldieries?
Yeah. It was a Nick bag mover. Don't get it twisted.
Facts.
It's just like when you really look at the whole setup of a Reebok Classic, that's what that was all about. You know, I don't wear Reeboks now, but I did back then. You know what I'm saying? Hot boy. But now
I had one pair of Reeboks.
Not gonna lie, I had like starting from the 6th, 7th grade, I used to hustle like piano lessons back in the neighborhood back in the day or whatever. I did every solid color from the 7th grade on, as far as like black, white, blue, sometimes the all grays, you feel me? And then just really just like start turning it up that way, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that would be the way that I would just go about, like, really, for one, making some bread. And just the thing I definitely spent my money on as a kid was the sneakers, just because it was like, all right, man, I know I didn't want to go too outside the box. Nowadays, obviously, like, the shoe game is like you wear a bunch of colors, go crazy with it, and you can rock whatever outfit and nobody blinks twice.
With like blue jeans.
Yeah, back in the day, you really couldn't do that.
Yeah, you had to like pull off fits.
You had to pull out fits.
I had real deal fit picks.
And I had some solid fits, but I was like, I always still wanted to play it safe as far as like, let me get the all whites, the all blacks, the all blues, I did some all reds too. I did some all reds and definitely did all grays. I did more like the softer neutral, like chill out colors, you know what I'm saying? But no matter what, every half a year, another 2 pairs, 3 pairs, just to, you know what I mean? I wasn't always just killing it like that, but now that I think about it, it was a pretty good job as just a 7th grader buying his own little Reeboks, more than one at least, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Your own little bit of freedom.
Yeah, man, it was good times. And I would say if I had to pick a favorite, all right, worst time before I go to favorite, I might have to, and sorry, just to switch that, I just thought about it, was crisscross time. That might have
Which
been,
crisscross? Crisscross, like
you rock
the rappers?
Yeah, the backward shit, that wasn't it.
Cross colors.
Cross colors was great, but I'm talking about
that was Carl Kanai shit.
Yeah, cross colors was great, but I'm talking about crisscross as like you're wearing your shit backwards.
Yeah, that shit was
fuck
nuts.
No. Can't. That shit was just fucking you up. You try to get to your pockets. You got the big joints in the back. You can't even take a piss. Come on, man. This shit was just not it. Overalls were trash too. Overall, I think overalls aren't it either. The 90s overall, that was like, people really try to make that a thing. I wore it like once or twice because it was just bought for me. I was like, this is like, I never wore it, but I would always wear it.
Yeah, I never had a pair of overalls past like the age of 10.
Bro, I would have them and then I would just be like,
and then DMX came out and he had some overalls and then you thought you could pull it off, but nah.
It just didn't quite
wasn't
the same, yeah. Like, I would always throw a shirt over the overalls and have like a fly jacket or shirt so you couldn't quite tell.
Did you have the straps hanging?
Yeah, I would either have the straps hanging or do like a reverse flip inside if I didn't feel like showing that I was wearing overalls. You feel what I'm saying? But I really hated overall. But all right, a time that I loved. The most fun time was, and the most freedom time was the tall T ugly time. It was horrible, but now
Atlanta tall T ugly time.
Yeah, but I feel like it made you learn the most about like growing, because you got to look at your pain, right? Mm-hmm. Actually, no, I'm lying. I want to say that around 95, 96, for some reason, like those shoes were all cool. Yeah, Air Maxes. You had a lot of Nikes going with a lot of colors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Adidas wasn't popping as much as it was back in the 90s.
Adidas wasn't popping as much, but they had some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then...
Yeah, they had like shell toes, bro.
And then and then the bubble jackets were popping when it was cold. And polo tee and polo collar shirts were flourishing, and I was heavy into those too. Mm-hmm. So I want to say it was a lot of polo tees, a lot of bubble jackets when it got cold, a lot of fresh ass Nikes. So yeah, around that 95, 96 time, I'm going to go ahead and put my stamp maybe on that. And you're able to wear some crazy colors too. Mm-hmm. Still 80s-esque, but not too wild, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Not wild like Mesquite.
Yeah, and it was still baggy, but at the same time, now
ridiculously baggy.
Now I want to say this look is it, would you say it's like mid-90s, more tapered look?
Yeah.
Right now of this generation?
Yeah, facts.
So yeah, and this is why I personally like that look back then. Not that I liked it baggy. If you could get me the taper version right now and go back then, yeah, I would. You know what I'm saying? Just because overall, I think, you know, and Timberlands got big back then too.
Mm-hmm. Huge. I wasn't even a Tim's head, but my oldest brother definitely was. He had Tim's everywhere. Mm-hmm. All black Tim's, the originals, constructions, shit. He had red, blue, all that. Beef and broccolis.
Yeah, he had them like how they have like all white forces now. How you just re up those joints. Locked in with the Tim. So yeah, that was a big thing too, man. And for me, like I said, it wasn't a shoe for me, but I did enjoy the aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of fit the aesthetic of people coming around and rocking those Tims, talking shit, that New York shit or whatever like that. I really fucked with that, man. So you said your favorite time is what was
like
the time?
Jabot. This is like 2001, 2002. That era.
What do you think about the pink era? That Cam brought out.
I had multiple pink polos.
I had the whole New York wearing pink.
I had multiple pink polos.
Killer. Nah, hey, you know what? I did rock with the fact I wasn't rocking pink like that at all. I just rocked with the fact that he just stood on it so heavy.
Facts.
He had the
he had the Range Rover and
the Range. Oh man.
Early stage car rapping.
Yeah, he was definitely. He did have the super early stage of car raps for sure. I mean, honestly, like he was a pioneer in a lot of shit. He was definitely a pioneer in a lot of shit. The clothing that Dipset all wore, not just with Cam, but we're talking about the jerseys, the oversized jerseys, the style of earrings.
Yeah.
That men started wearing, you know what I'm saying? And we're talking about earrings where they had a lot of diamonds in it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you could say earrings and guys, but with that damn bottom line on that, when you see that damn receipt, I ain't gonna say Marc Jacob could have sold them all fake. You know what I'm saying? Some of them joints had to be real. Some of them joints definitely had to be real. I promise you that. Yeah. So yeah, you want to talk about the box earrings, you know what I'm saying?
The giant
box earrings.
Pave earrings with all the little stones.
I think, were they on the Marc Jacob watches around that time? Jacob the jeweler?
Two different people, Marc Jacob and Jacob the jeweler.
All right, nah, Jacob the jeweler. I think they're all.
It's late, folks. Don't mind some of the ideas.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Some of the ideas and people might run on to each other.
Yeah, it was Jacob the jeweler though.
Oh my
Jacob
God,
watch, right?
the Jacob watches.
Yeah. So you had the Jacob watches,
the replica Jacob watches.
Bro, you had the Jacob watches, the jersey, the original Dipset jersey too, that the Knicks are fucking with from last year, right?
The fitted hats.
Bandanas with the fitted hats.
Hey,
Come on, man.
They're the ones that made the pants small again. Was Dipset.
After a while.
They're the ones that started it. They started it, and then Wayne picked it up from Santana.
Yeah,
Wayne wasn't on what Santana was rocking.
But we're talking about the old boy version of Dipset, or the later part of Dipset did. But old boy version, them boys was all rocking big ass clothing, dog.
Yeah, they were like rocking jerseys and stuff.
Yeah, them niggas was swimming in that.
Yeah, but not the pants.
Nah, some of their pants was ridiculous.
Nigga, these niggas was wearing tight pants, bro.
Nah, trust me. Watch the joint. You'll see what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm saying? This nigga killer though. This nigga killer. I'll say this nigga killer and the whole Dipset. They definitely around that time where you see the tighter pants was when after a lot of mixtapes and maybe their second, third projects, they were starting to move on to their second projects as a unit.
This is before the Birds Flying High mixtape with Wayne and Santana. These niggas was on some different clothes.
To me, all right. To me, when Wayne really started wearing wallet chains and all that extra shit, was the rock star lifestyle might not make it. Whoever made that shit.
That was post Santana.
Yeah, I'm saying that was to me the most official. That's when he
started getting in that skateboard that skateboard shit.
But he
man, it was because of Santana though. He didn't just up and decide, oh, I'm gonna wear tight pants.
Nah. Of course, they had a whole mixtape together. They took swag off each other though, for sure. But Wayne definitely.
Only thing Santana took from Wayne was lead. Fucked his career up.
Yeah, he went too heavy on that. I could kind of, and I like Santana. I felt like I could kind of see some of the residuals a little bit, but nobody was like saying that. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. I'm saying the scary. I'm saying the shit that people won't want to actually say, but for real, it looked kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even want to watch the interview, man. His teeth just look crazy.
No, he's got the veneers. Ain't
like
even
everything there. The shit just looked crazy.
I ain't even care for the veneers, but he needed to get some because his joints was gone for a second. I ain't even gonna lie. His front joints.
Yeah, how come?
See, that's the thing. We think everybody's probably kept talking about that it was probably the drugs or whatever. You know how fans are. But then again, he could have just got in an accident and hasn't had time to actually be able to fix his shit up. But then he got his shit fixed and ended up back on Drink Champs. There's like 2 Joel Santana episodes, so you'll be able to see one where his fronts is just looking crazy. It's looking like, I'm like, yo, this is not the Jules I remember.
He almost looked like he got the Bobby Brown jaw.
That's what I was actually. I was literally going to say that about a whole minute ago. Yeah, like he's literally biting to the right or left when he's talking when he ends, and I'm like, for some reason, I don't know how good the edits were back in the day with actual film.
Yeah,
but come on, like they cut that close to where you couldn't see that. I'm like, man, I'm feeling. Yeah, man. But to me, I would say, you know, Juelz was always popping.
Thuggin' loving?
Nah, yeah, but Juelz was always popping and was always very responsive, at least from what I could tell from the interviews from before and just how he raps. Like, you can just tell he's quick on his feet. And it just didn't seem like that when, you know, there's a few artists that I could tell you I've been around that definitely that happens to, but I'm just saying as a fan, I was watching on Drink Champs, looking at Juelz, looked like he lost a step or two almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about that for sure.
He's definitely it seems like he's a little slower than what he should be.
Yeah, man. Like he's riding on the highway and then just putting the car on neutral every so often, like, and trying to rev.
Yeah.
And it's just not popping. Not popping as it should be, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's like, honestly, like I said, that was one of my favorite, and you know what? I did like the
throwback jersey era. I like that too.
I do like the
jersey era.
Jersey era was
That's
good.
the fab era.
I was never a part of that double collared shirt bullshit though, what Kanye was trying to pull. That wasn't.
I did it once in college.
I tried it once, and that shit was like, nigga, this shit.
I pulled it off though.
People said they liked it, but that even before looking,
it didn't
back,
make sense. I tried it, I did it, but it just didn't make sense.
I'm like, bro, this is just you're wasting 2 fire ass collar shirts right now, you know, or at least you're wasting one. If you have an old one,
but it wasn't Kanye wasn't the one that started it. Like Ralph Lauren used to style the models and shit like that, in like the Polo catalogs and all of that stuff, and the Macy's catalogs.
Okay. Because I thought, you know, seeing him in that music video of him having to, you know, the double collar joint, I was like, okay, you know, Kanye putting that out there. Mm-hmm. He just probably took that from the magazine, and him and that stylist was just like, hey, we running with this look. Knowing him, he pushed for that look. Straight up.
Probably.
But nah, the way the fashion game has been changing up and working.
It's back to baggy now, but like a weird baggy.
Yeah, now I'm not following that baggy shit. It's too much. It's too hot. Can't be moving around. I can't be having dirty cufflink jeans.
Like we almost back in the Jinko era.
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm straight off of that. I can't do that no more. Janko jeans. Nah, that's just always been. To me, I thought that was always a bad idea. I was never a tight jean ass nigga when it was like big baggy jeans, but at the same time, looking back, nah.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, if I had to go back in time, I'm not putting them jeans on. Matter of fact, if I have money to go back in time, I'm definitely getting some tailored jeans or some shit. If they like somehow you got to deal with that, nigga. What? Give me my shit right. This shit ain't.
Can you imagine niggas looking at niggas funny right now, from like 2000s, early 2000s to like niggas what they're dressing like now?
Yo, niggas would talk about doozer and nut huggers all day. I promise you that right now. Christ. I promise you. You in nut hugger jeans or you in short ass shorts or da 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 da. Yeah, that's going left and right. I promise you that. You feel me?
Yeah, man. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna front. I hope everybody's enjoyed the podcast so far.
You know what they say, it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but we are.
We gonna leave you with some dope shit to step to, though.
Step two.
Yeah, stay tuned for the next one.
Stay tuned for the next, man.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.